got to college, I decided that I wanted to start going to one of the college Bible studies at a local church. And I went to go get a new Bible that had margins so that I could take notes, because I really wanted to get closer to my faith and become, a better follower of God. And while I was at the bookstore, there was also a copy of the Quran sitting on the shelf. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, well, that's the same God. I would love to read this someday and understand how other people think and what they believe. Foreshadowing. So I take it home and I don't read it for a year. A full year. I was like, nope, I'm focused on the Bible. I'm Christian. I want to have a very thorough understanding of the Bible before I read the Quran. Because I was going to read it as an outsider, just to understand what other people think, Fast forward to about a year ago, I'm sitting in my bed praying, and I just get this feeling that's go read the Quran. You've had it on your shelf for a year now. It's time to go read it. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll go do that. So I go and I get the copy that I had. And I read the little introduction to the translation, about the translator, and a little bit intro to Islam. And I was like, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. And then I open it up to the first 7 verses, Al-Fatiha, and if you're Muslim, then you probably already picked up on this with what I already said, but if you're not, this is the opening to the Quran in English. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Ameen. And I literally remember sitting there after reading this, and the moment that it clicked in my brain that I'd already been praying this for a year, I'm not even exaggerating when I say it felt like a piece of my soul clicked into place. It felt so right. And I literally just remember, that same moment that click happened, the same feeling that told me to read the Quran said, you want a guidance? This is it. And I started crying. I tried to get up to walk to a different room or something, and I literally couldn't stand. I fell to the ground, and I put my face on the ground, how Muslims pray, and at the time I did not know that that's how Muslims prayed, and I literally couldn't speak. The only thing that I could kind of get out of my mouth was thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, over and over again. And yeah, so within 7 lines of the Quran, I knew I was Muslim, and I finished reading the whole Quran in English in about 3 months, and then I took my Shahada right before Ramadan, and yeah, it's been a year now. And oh my gosh, yes, that's my story. That's how I became Muslim.